Hi guys. Um, this morning I wanted to come in here with something that it's been on my mind for a long time, and I've never really made a video about it or anything, but I've just kind of talked to people about it, mostly on social media. Um, but one of the main focuses of my channel is Black liberation, and it's about us beginning to do those things that is going to move us toward Black liberation. Because one of the things that I see in this time is that we are awakening. We are getting very pro-Black. We are getting very a lot more conscious. But I still notice that when you really begin to talk about Black liberation and what that means, most of us really don't know. Um, and most of us really don't even have an idea of much of what it means. As well, most of us don't have an idea of how to move toward it. And I think a lot of us are just kind of downright afraid. Afraid. So I wanted to talk about just a little something that we can begin to do now in our neighborhoods um, that can begin to get us toward the idea of being liberated and doing for ourselves and doing on our own, doing things on our own in our own communities, just beginning right now. Now, I'm just gonna say that I think real, true, total liberation, in my mind, is a complete separation and dissolving of everything white, everything European, everything that we've been taught, given, sold, all of that. And that comes with your mind change, comes with educational change, comes with economics. I mean, it comes with a lot. But the whole point with me is to begin somewhere. I'm the kind of person, I don't like to just have an idea. I don't like to just know something is whatever, and especially if it's good, and then you're not trying to go to it. You're not trying to move toward it. You're not trying to get to that point, and that's just, it bothers me because I'm an action person. Um, I need action, non-action, not doing anything, just sitting and talking. That really frustrates me a lot. And so, I find we as Black people have great and wonderful ideas, but a lot of the stuff we just don't do anything with it. We're some smart, amazing people, but for the most part, we don't move in those directions. We don't go on with it. So, this particular video is about something that really we all can do. We all can begin to, we all can participate in. Um, it, 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 I won't go into that, but we have so many instances where in our communities, people are hurt, people are shot, children are kidnapped, women are assaulted, children are assaulted. I mean, we have so many issues going on in our particular neighborhoods. Now, let's not get into semantics, because yeah, we know things happen in white people's neighborhoods too, but I want to focus on our communities and our neighborhoods. And this is not about saying that things don't happen in white neighborhoods. I'm not going there. We have people who have really petty minds who will get caught up in one concept of something, and and that will distract them from the whole entire thing. So I'm not saying that. I want to focus on us and our communities and the issues that we have. So, you know, my heart is still very close to Texas. It's where I was born. It's where I was for 30 something years of my life. It's when I finally moved on to another place. And so there was a story that was very dear to me some months back now. I believe the little boy was Hispanic. Apparently he was walking to school, and some man who I think we later found out was like a veteran. He had, he had issues with PTSD and things like that, which is something that happens a lot in this country with our veterans, because a lot of them just go untreated for various reasons. And so this guy he stabbed this little boy multiple times and just killed him. This little boy was on his way to school. We hear all the time where you have children who are on their way to school, little girls getting stopped and groped or asked to come into a van or a car or a truck or something like that. It happens with little boys too. But you hear this, and also a real big thing in our communities is where police just and this started back in the 80s with Clinton. These stop and frisk and these just patrolling the neighborhoods and things like that. Whereas it used to be that, the police would stay at the station until you called him. That's how it used to be. But, after that, then they started patrolling and where's your ID and this and that and where you going and all this kind of stuff, just looking for a reason to arrest and to harass people, to plant things on people, all of that. We know that happens all the time in our communities. And so, we need the point of this video is we need community organization. We need, I would say, our men and women, of course, join in, but we need our men, a male presence in our communities, a good positive male influence or presence in our communities to begin to watch our neighborhoods, to watch our children, to watch our elderly, to watch our single moms, to watch our communities, I saw a video a while ago now. It could have been up to 2 years ago now. I saw a video, and I will never forget it. It was a video of some men in Dallas apartment complex. And if I'm not mistaken, I think these guys had on like the same shirt or whatever, to kind of show their solidarity, and also to show, T-shirts and things like that shows the community that this is who we are. This, and then of course also going around talking and meeting with neighbors and everything to let them know what you're doing, what you're out here for, and what we're doing. And I'm sure they had done that because they were already well organized. And these guys were in this particular apartment complex, so I'm sure everyone knew them already. And they videotaped, I guess someone on the phone or whatever, was taping where a cop had been circling the apartment complex. And on the phones, which I think is an excellent thing, as another part of protecting our communities, when we see these cops and when we see, them just riding around or whatever, no one's calling them, no one's doing anything, that's when they're looking for something. And I really think that, you need a police watch. You need to watch them. And I believe that everyone, as many people as possible, needs to come out with phones, come out and watch, come out and see, come out and, because you need multiple eyewitnesses for a lot of these cases, because they will go and write up and say whatever they want to. And like I say, plant stuff on people. I mean, it just, it's just a bad thing when you can't trust the police, but we know the history. So I'm not even finna go there about, I'm wrong about not trusting police. We know the police history with black people. So these particular guys, this cop was, circling the apartment complex and what have you. And he finally came upon this group of guys who had gathered. And of course, they come out and, oh, what are you guys doing here? And let me see your IDs and all that kind of stuff. And basically, the guys told him, we are whoever they were. I don't know if they had a name or anything like that, but we are protecting our neighborhoods. We sit and we stand out here and we watch and we patrol our apartment complex to help, people who may be in need, the elderly, single women or whatever. And that's what we're doing. And there is no law or crime against that. And basically, I didn't know they were going to go there, but they basically told him, we don't need you around here. We got this, and, of course, he said a little bit of whatever he had to say, but basically he left red faced. He left red faced and very embarrassed because they told him, we don't need you or want you to come around here patrolling and, trying to look, see, find whatever. We need you. We're going to call you. And we got this. We watch our own neighborhood. We look after our own people. And it was awesome. I love that video. And, I don't know where to find it again. It was somewhere on Facebook. But I love that. It was men, black men, standing up and protecting their communities. Because and I say protect their communities because, first of all, it's needed. I was a single mom with no car riding the bus. And I mean, I have had to get off the bus at all times of the night, all times of the evening, and it was dark and scary, and Houston is a great big city, and it's one that's full of crime. And I am so thankful that nothing really ever happened to me or anything like that. Nothing really happened, or nothing ever happened. I just have to say that nothing ever happened to me bad, but it could. And it happens all the time to women, and to our children and to our elderly. And, I mean, people just, coming up, beating up and robbing the elderly and everything because they can't fight back, But like I say, if you have different men organizing in different parts of the community, maybe this apartment complex, maybe on that street corner, maybe, around that school, you don't have to go to the school, whatever, because they'll probably start talking about trespassing. I don't know, unless you have children there, but somewhere close where you can look and watch, because I was saying about the little Hispanic boy that had gotten stabbed and killed, if somebody had just been watching, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if somebody had been looking, then maybe they could have ran over and, got the guy off of him. Maybe he could not have stabbed him. Maybe he could not have stabbed him to the point that he died. Maybe they could have wrestled the gun out of his hand. I mean, just, maybe them being there would have been enough to deter this guy from doing anything because, oh, I see somebody, or there's some men, or there's, But like I say, we need that male presence, but we also need the women, And I think it's a great time right now because unfortunately a lot of people are just not working, and so there's, a lot of people have a lot of time right now. And so, if there are men, or even if you have to take shifts, maybe, they are working, but when they get off work, they may be able to contribute 2 or 3 hours or whatever, an hour or something on the weekends or just whatever. But It needs to be that the organization at least needs to begin. And I think it needs to begin in all of our communities around America, for our people. And this, like I said, I just made a video about Trump. And what I was saying is that, we need to be more vigilant now. We need to look more now, because trust me, there's a lot of people right now who have started protesting and everything, Trump, and we don't want him, and he's not my president and all this. But you still have a whole lot of them, though, who, are feeling themselves. They've listened to Trump's rhetoric. They know what he's about. And there's some that's going to try. People, Black people, Hispanic people, Muslim people. There are those that are going to feel themselves and feel like, I'm going to go out and do whatever I want to do to people. And this is where, like I say, we need community organizations. We need, someone to call, to help, to whatever. Even if it is in the organization where there is a phone number given that maybe, a guy or the guys or something is not too far away, this single mom or whatever, can trust them enough that, if she calls them or whatever, they'll come meet her somewhere, or they'll come check on her and see what the issue is. Excuse me. I just had breakfast, so I'm kind of, but anyway, yeah, I mean, we need to start patrolling and policing and organizing in our own neighborhoods. That's basically what I'm trying to say. To protect our women, to protect our children, to protect our communities, right now in this day and time, there's so much, with so much, almost seem to be hate toward Black women. I know there is a lot of real Black men out there. I know that there are. I know there are a lot of Black men who love the Black woman, the Black community, and the Black child, and love our future. And those are the ones I'm talking to. I'm not talking to the ones that, think all Black women deserve whatever, and the ones who are out there doing the hurt and the abuse. Because, usually the ones who are victimizing our own communities are the ones who look just like us, and which is another thing, that, white people love to throw that back on us. Oh, Black on Black crime. Well, Black people kill Black people, as if that is a reason why cops should be able to kill them, because they kill themselves, And, it's funny because I always say that they love to throw that idiotic and stupid statement up that because Black people kill other Black people, it should be okay for anybody else to kill them. That is the most stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. And it's very sick and psychotic way of thinking. But you have even some Black people who have that same, they adopt that ideology. And, I always say, well, to be very honest, white people have the highest rate of suicide. So maybe when they die, then we should start saying that, okay, well, really, who cares? Or, no one should do anything because they kill themselves. To which, in so many ways, is actually worse, because you have someone being a victim, someone killing someone else. It's something almost that they really can't control, or some type of violent whatever. But if you take the conscious effort to sit and kill yourself, to me, that says a whole lot more, that you really do not want to be here. And they killed themselves at a horribly high rate. But that would be cold, that would be insensitive, that would be, oh my God, how could you say such a thing? But they do. They off themselves. They kill themselves all the time. They'll jump out, let the stock market crash. They'll jump out of a window in a minute. I mean, we know that. So, that same stupid concept that when they die or when something happens to them, oh, well, they kill themselves anyway. It's the same silliness that, could be said when, there's a black on black crime, or a black person kills another black person, but like I say, we so many times we let things go and we don't turn that situation around and put it on them. We just let them say and do whatever stupid thing that they want to for us, and then we'll go and be like, yeah, that's right. They had some video about a cop, a black cop, black female cop, who a lot of them was saying, oh, well, we champion her because she's telling the truth. And basically what she was saying is that she was a black female cop, and she understand what is going on with black people and them killing black men and everything, but she was not going to stop being a cop, and she's needed because she wanted to I guess be a voice or whatever. And when black people stop killing other black people, then we can talk. And I'm just like, that makes no sense. That absolutely makes no sense. Black people killing other black people is not justification for anything, any kind of violence, any type of anything upon them. People kill people. White people, there's just as much, if not more, white on white crime as there is black on black crime. But, we like to point out the black on black crime because that's what's popular. So anyway, we need to organize. I would think that, I think it would be a great idea if in our inner cities, the men would begin to organize, the women would begin to watch, introduce yourself around to other people in the community to let them know what you're doing while you're out there, because, you don't want to scare some woman 4:00 in the morning going to the bus stop to go to work. And it's a big group of men standing out here and nobody knows whatever, she's probably not going to go to the bus stop. She'll probably be late for work, or she'll probably call the police because, there's a group of men out here and I got to go catch the bus and I'm scared, so this is why I say, introduce yourself to the community, organize, let them know what you're doing, and just start watching, and women too, so yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that, about beginning to organize in our communities. That's one step of beginning to get them out of our business, or out of our stuff, and doing it ourselves. Because here's another thing, just before I leave, Trump has said that he doesn't feel the police has enough power and control or whatever to do what they want to. Now, we already know, we as black people in black communities already know that cops can come, do, say, plant, whatever they want to, kill, shoot, hands up, laying down on your face, not moving, whatever. They can shoot, kill, say they fear for their life, say they saw a gun. They can say whatever they want to say. And more than likely, the judges are going to let them off. We see that has been the pattern. So now we have Trump. And if Trump has already said that the police in the inner city needs more control and more ability to more freely do what they have already been doing, which is killing us, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad, and this is why I say, if we as a community, and if the men or whatever would begin to look and organize and adopt these principles of safe communities and so forth, then we can watch and we can see and we can be witness to these crimes that's happening to our people. As well, if we begin to take on the heart of caring about our people, caring about our community, caring about what's going on with us, with each other, then maybe some of that violence will stop. Because it is, most of the time, it is us who are committing these crimes against one another. But like I said, we begin to take on that type of protective stance in our communities and amongst each other, then some of this violence will be de-escalated, and it will stop because you know that you are there as the protector. You can't hurt if you're the protector, or at least you shouldn't. So just wanted to throw that out there. um, about community organizations. I mean, that is a great start in our minds of protecting our communities and women and children for Black liberation. So I hope that you all will take that idea and, start making it work. It would be great if it worked in the church, if the church was one that really did it, because they are just everywhere in the Black community. But churches have such, churches will probably be out there trying to sell dinners and trying to, get people to come to church. It's not about that. It's not about trying to recruit or anything like that. So yeah, maybe we need to leave the church out of it. I just brought that up because there's so many people in the church, and it would be a place of organization where you can really get this done. But this can be done on the phone. This could be done with just a group of men starting, and then as others see it, they come along to it and take up the challenge too, or the job too. Anyway, have a great day, have a great week, and I hope that you all hope to see you on the next video. Until the next video, we'll see you next time.